We're going to have a look at two ways of emphasizing a specific part of a sentence, either because you want to make a contrast or because you want to emphasize new information that has been brought into the sentence. As you will see, in some cases, it's very similar to a relative clause, and they are related somehow. So the names you give them is it-cleft sentence or wh-cleft sentences, but the name doesn't really matter. You're going to see that it's a very simple strategy to emphasize a specific part of a sentence. For you to see what I'm talking about, this is a short article that appeared on a free newspaper in London, which deals with stress, and apparently maybe children are said to be stressed. However, the article says, it is mothers and fathers who seem most stressed. It says, it is mothers and fathers. So it's making the contrast. It's not the children. It is mothers and fathers. So it's using this strategy here, this structure, to emphasize, no, contrary to popular belief, it is mothers and fathers, not children. We've been talking about a recent report that says that UK children want to become online celebrities. They don't want to be engineers or something like that. They want to be online celebrities. If you want to emphasize that particular part of a sentence, you have two options. You could say, for example, it is online celebrities that UK children want to be. That's one possibility. You could also say, because online celebrities is something, it's a thing, you could say what UK children want to be is online celebrities. And in this case, you would always use the verb to be in the singular, because this part of a sentence, which is the subject, is taken to be a singular thing, because it's a sentence that acts as the subject of this verb here. UK children also want to become sports personalities. Again, if you want to emphasize this, you could say it is sports personalities that they also want to become. Or you could say what they also want to become is sports personalities. Some more examples. We've been talking about Ken Loach's film I, Daniel Blake, and Ken Loach is denouncing the failures in the benefits system. So you could say it is the failures in the benefits system that Ken Loach is denouncing. Or you could say what Ken Loach is denouncing is the failures in the benefits system. You could say this, for example, if you wanted to make a contrast and say, no, he's not denouncing the workers, he's not denouncing unemployed people, he is denouncing the failures in the benefit system. So it is the failures that he's denouncing. He's not denouncing any other situation. Imagine you want to say something like this. You want to emphasize that teenagers want to become influencers. not older people. You want to make the contrast. And the part of a sentence you want to emphasize is the subject, which is already in a privileged position, because the first part of a sentence somehow is the most important thing, is where the focus of information is concentrated. But in any case, you want to make the contrast. So you have two possibilities. Again, you could say, it is teenagers that or who, you can choose both, want to become influencers. That's one possibility. What you would have to do now, if you want to make the other possibility, you would have to say something like, the ones who want to become influencers. And now, because you're talking about the ones in the plural, obviously you'd have to say are teenagers. And you're doing that because you're talking about the subject and it is personal. These are people. So you have to say the ones who. If we talk about Daniel Blake again, in Ken Loach's view, in his view, the big corporations are cheating the government, not unemployed people. So if you want to emphasize this bit of a sentence, the big corporations, as you can imagine, you could say, in his view, it is the big corporations that are cheating the government. Or you could say, the ones who are cheating the government are the big corporations. If you want to practice a bit more, you have some more examples here. In this case, you may want to emphasize this part of a sentence, this part of a sentence here, or this part of a sentence here, for example. And in these examples here, you may want to emphasize this part of a sentence, this part here, and this part here. Remember, as I said, for some of these sentences, that these cleft sentences are somehow related to relative clauses. You may have to apply some of the main or some of the same things you would be using with relative clauses. If you want another explanation of how these cleft sentences work, or you want to have a look at further examples, you can visit this link from the Cambridge Dictionary grammar section, where you can find, as I said, some more examples.